The X-Files promised us that the truth is out there. Unfortunately, what is not out there is an X-Files animated series, a cartoon version of one of the biggest shows of the 1990s. Rumours have circulated for years of a comic animated spin-off of the X-Files, but so far nothing has materialized, but I want to believe that something is out there. Trust no one, except me, to bring you a comprehensive history of animated renditions of Fox Mulder and Dana Scully, as well as the list of suggestions of Saturday morning cartoons from the 1990s, which I think were the closest we ever got to an X-Files animated series. Before we get started on the list, let's look back at the brief history of Fox Mulder and Dana Scully parodies, spoofs, and even actual appearances of theirs in animated form. We're all familiar with the duo's iconic appearance in The Simpsons, but actually Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny had already voiced their characters twice in two separate cartoons. An episode of Eek the Cat entitled Eek Space 9, which aired in November 1995, featured Scully and Mulder in a small cameo at the end of the episode, where Scully tells Mulder that he has been right all along, and that she now believes. Anderson and Duchovny voiced the roles themselves, and did so again in the January 1996 episode of ReBoot entitled Trust No One, which paid homage to the X-Files not only in the title, but also with spoofs of the characters Mulder and Scully in the form of the two CGI agents, Fax Modem and Data Nully. And in January 1997, Duchovny and Anderson reprised their roles once again in the memorable episode of The Simpsons entitled The Springfield Files, where FBI agents Fox Mulder and Dana Scully are called in to investigate strange phenomena in the town of Springfield. The 1999 episode of Recess entitled Recess is Over featured two government agents, Agent Barnes and Agent Noble, who bore a striking resemblance to Agents Mulder and Scully, as did the two CIA agents featured in the 10th episode of the 2016 anime Kuromakuro. The 2011 Ben 10 Ultimate Alien episode The Widening Gyre featured numerous references to the X-Files, including two government agents, the no-nonsense professional Agent Locke and the overly dramatic Agent Bryson, while regular show featured parodies of Mulder and Scully in their 2013 episode Stake Me Amadeus. Who could ever forget the 1998 episode of Celebrity Deathmatch when David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson appeared in their respective roles to take on Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, appearing in their respective roles from Men in Black. And more recently, BoJack Horseman took us back to 1993 and featured caricatures of Duchovny and Anderson themselves, who are asked by Mr. Peanut Butter whatever happened to Files A to W in the Season 5 episode Mr. Peanut Butter's Booze. The X-Files is all about government conspiracies and cover-ups, aliens, UFOs, and other kinds of paranormal investigations. So if you enjoy all of that stuff, then you'll love this list as we have a look back at 4 Saturday morning cartoons that were the closest we ever got to an X-Files animated series. The first in our list sounds quite appropriate. Roswell Conspiracies, Aliens, Myths and Legends, which debuted in August 1999 and ran for 40 episodes in total. Roswell Conspiracies tapped into the ancient aliens lore and centered around the premise that aliens had been living among humans for ages, and that the infamous Roswell incident was in fact man-made and instigated by humans to deflect popular attention away from the truth. Bounty hunter Nick Logan is hired for what he thinks is a regular bounty, but soon finds himself down a rabbit hole and into a labyrinth of government lies, conspiracies and cover-ups involving extraterrestrial life. The X-Files' influence on Roswell Conspiracies is obvious, and even the two government agents, Fitz and Nina, have a Mulder and Scully type relationship, with Nina often playing the role of the straight man to Fitz's zany observations. Bureau of Alien Detectors was touted by TV Guide as the X-Files meets the A-Team, as the series follows the adventures of the Phalanx Squad of the titular organization, led by war veteran Ben Packer, and consisting of biologist Shane Sanderson, superpowered alien counter-survivor Moose Tranganoo, computer expert Colin Marcus, and resident psychic Casey Taylor. The Bureau of Alien Detectors, or BAD for short, was initially set up with the purpose of protecting humanity from extraterrestrial threats, but some of the higher-ups in BAD have their own plans for the aliens. Bureau debuted in September 1996 but only ran for one season, and the series was identified by critics as being one of the most violent children's shows to debut that season. Men in Black the series was adapted from the Men in Black film franchise, which itself was based on the comic book series of the same name. MIB the series is set after the first Men in Black film in an alternate timeline, with the most significant differences in the series being that Agent K did not retire, Agent J is still regarded as a rookie, and this time Agent L is a senior staff member of the organization. Like the movies, the basic plot formula was for the MIB to protect the Earth from extraterrestrial harm, and this extended into keeping peace throughout the galaxy. Technology as well as intergalactic politics and peacekeeping played a part, along with common criminal activity on a science fiction level. The show was successful enough to run for 4 seasons, and in 2002 won a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Sound Editing. And to round this list off, we'll end with Archie's Weird Mysteries, an animated series based on the characters of the Archie comic series but with a boldly significant twist. Archie's Weird Mysteries debuted in 1999 and revolves around a Riverdale High physics lab gone awry, making the town of Riverdale a magnet for B-movie style monsters, forcing all the main characters to solve strange mysteries in a format similar to both the X-Files and Scooby-Doo. The series featured all kinds of monstrous and supernatural threats, not only aliens and UFOs, but also vampires, zombies, and even dangerously advanced artificial intelligence. The episode The Jughead Incident even featured a spoof of the Mulder and Scully characters in the form of lookalike government agents, Agent X and Agent Y, don't ask why, who come to Riverdale thinking Jughead is an alien. That's it for today, and I hope this list satisfied your need for something close to an X-Files animated series. My pick of the bunch would be Men in Black the series, a great show which incorporated many of the themes we enjoyed in the X-Files. But let me know if you preferred any of the other cartoons covered in this video, and if there were any other Saturday morning cartoons which also dealt with extraterrestrial topics. I'll be back soon with some more cartoon history, so until then, thank you for watching, stay tuned, and trust no one.